Hello, welcome everybody. It's Diva Carla, and I am here as the Cosmic Crone. And I'm here to talk about a provocative post that I made yesterday where I asked, do you hate your womb? And I ask that because I talk to women all the time, and some of them say directly, I hate my womb. And I also happen to know that my mother hated her womb. And so I learned that that's kind of the way you're supposed to feel about your femininity, your physical body, your sexuality, all the things that make you a woman. And then there are women who don't say they hate their womb. They don't even think about it in those terms. They neglect it. They say, I never even think about my womb that much. Especially now that I had it taken out because of XYZ problem. Or they never think about it because it doesn't bleed anymore, thank God. Or they never think about it because they try not to think about it, because it's a lot to think about. We actually, for a big part of our lives, from the ages of, for me, it was between the ages of 11 and 54, I thought about my womb every single month because of my periods, and when I was having sex on a regular basis, because whether or not I wanted to be pregnant and preventing pregnancy was a big thing. And that is a hassle. And so women, we are trained early on, even in the best of circumstances, our wombs are a hassle. Because we think of, what do you think of when I say womb? You think of uterus, right? The organ that bleeds every month, the organ that babies grow in, the organ that grows fibroids and gets endometriosis and can get cancer, and that we're really scared about. We're constantly having to go to the doctor. It's expensive to have a womb, right? Yeah. Well, that, my friends, is what patriarchy teaches us about our wombs. We're a medical condition on two legs. Being a woman is a medical condition. And we're evil and sinful because the womb is connected to, guess what? The vagina and the vulva. And you know how much trouble they are for men, right? People can't keep their heads on straight around women, or their hands to themselves, or, a civil tongue in their heads, meaning language, or, keep their dicks in their pants. So being a woman is a big problem in that respect as well. We are a problem for men because we have a womb. And the other reason, the other way that patriarchy likes us to be a problem with our wombs and likes us to hate our wombs is because, I can't remember the other reason. I didn't know I was going this way. I get on here and I think I'm going to say one thing and I say something completely different. But anyway, we're medical conditions and we're sins and we're expensive. We're a market. We're an economic resource. Our health, our productivity, our reproductivity, our cycles, everything about having a womb is a market, a product. And it's always about being not good enough. Or being, it's about one of those nasty problems we wish we didn't have. So it's no surprise that even unconsciously we may hate our wombs. This is a symptom. It is one way the feminine wound shows up. Sue Monk Kidd gave me that word. I don't know if she coined it, but she recognized that when a child is born and it doesn't have a penis, and she does have a vulva and a uterus, and this is, 99.9% of children or whatever the number might be, she's considered less than. She's considered a problem. When I was born, my mother considered me a problem. She loved me very much, but being a girl was a problem. Being a woman was a problem for her. So having a daughter to raise and protect, and that was her way of thinking of it, was also a problem. So what I'm saying all this to amplify, to illustrate why I don't blame you if you may find yourself you may catch yourself hating your womb. It's part of the design of patriarchy, the culture we live in. But there's a big problem with that, because if you hate your womb, you hate yourself. And not only do you hate yourself, you are suppressing this powerful part and aspect of being a human being, and especially of being a woman, and that is your feminine power. Our feminine power as women, it actually rises up from the earth through yoni, through vulva, through vagina, into womb, and then upward through heart and throat and voice and mind and crown. That's where our power comes from. And we amplify that power with our sexuality. We feed that power. We fill our cup and our bowl. We give ourselves doses of self-love, self-appreciation, magnificence, and orgasmic energy, so that we have the strength to be a woman, to wake up like a woman and do everything that a woman has to do every day. That's the bottom line, but there's more. Because who a woman really is a leader, a healer, a creator, and a cosmic conduit for ideas, artwork, songs, stories, communities, food, things that grow, things that breathe, and of course, for new human beings. And that is the other place, the mystical place, we get our power and our information. The womb is a cosmic conduit. It is a portal. And what comes through that portal? New people. People who are somehow dwelling in the cosmos until the egg, which lives in us and has lived in us for a couple of generations, and the sperm, which has been alive for a week or so inside the man. Men are always making new sperm. Women's eggs are carried forward. There's a lot of deep medicine in that. And so the egg ripens, and if it's time, if it's desired, if it's intended by the woman or God, the child will, these two elements of masculine and feminine will merge. We're not going to talk genetics here. This is an energetic conversation about the energy merging, and a new human has a body, and it will be carried in this womb until it's time to emerge and have a life experience on its own. So this is incredibly sacred and incredibly powerful, and it is women who are strong enough and connected enough to the cosmos to make that happen. So that is our physiology, our biology, and it's a metaphor for the energetics, because what the womb is, it is the entire bowl of the pelvis and all of the organs and all of their functions in it. So it is the pleasure organs of yoni, clitoris, vulva, vagina. It is the carrying organ and the birthing organ of the uterus. And it is the igniting fire of the ovaries. And it is all their functions amplified megatonnage of energy. And nobody ever told you that, because the patriarchy doesn't want women to know how powerful we are, and does not want us to know how to use this power to create, to lead, to hold space, and to hold men to their highest good and their highest expression and their highest law. When masculine and feminine work together as partnerships, both within and without in the external, then we are held to the laws of the universe. And those laws come through the feminine. And then the masculine receives them. So we are a great mystery. You are a great mystery. And and I'm gonna stop talking. I'm not gonna add any more information to this right now, because I think I've just blown your mind. And I want to blow your mind, because when your mind is blown, then it's got room for the wisdom of your womb to rise and inform your mind of what is true and what is real. And you may be thinking, how do I know more about that? What is she talking about? And what I'm really hoping is that your belly is tingling. Your womb is hot. You're feeling energy buzzing. You're feeling pleasure rising. You feel a pleasure rising up your spine and up the back of your neck and out through your crown, because suddenly you're awake and aware of something that you have never known before. Maybe you've had glimmers of it. Maybe you've had sexual experiences or even experiences with nature or art or spirit that connected all of your parts, and you had that sense of sacredness and orgasmic connection and depth, and you thought, wow, wow. And then you went back to suppressing your womb again, because it's just that thing that bleeds and makes babies, and then it, goes into menopause and dries up and it's done. No, it's never done. It's never done. And once you're past menopause, for the women on their way to cronehood, it gets even stronger. And that cosmic womb information, that cosmic womb process is even more important. It's essential to life on earth, to the life of the community, the life of human beings. And it is something that we are co-creating with all the time. So you're now thinking, oh my God, she just blew my mind again. I teach about this all the time, one way or another. Womb Wisdom Portal, my Facebook group, here. I am talking about it when I do the Divine Feminine Astrology reading. And Wednesday, May 1st, May Day, I begin 6 weeks of deep teaching, embodied teaching and practice. It is called Sacred Pleasure, Sovereign Womb, where we work with both the physical aspects of the feminine body, the energy system, and the power. And it is interactive practice. It is not a class where you learn things in your head. It is practice. And I will teach you tools and skills that you will then be able to practice and apply with great practicality and effect in your life. So there's one more day to register. I have the link all over the place. I'll put it in the comments here. And I want to see you in this class. I want to see you waking up to your womb power and all of the potential and possibility that has been suppressed and hidden inside of you for your entire life up to now. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you Wednesday in Sacred Pleasure, Sovereign Womb. Ho.